So once you've created 2 cherries, they should look a little bit like this. So that will then be 6 rows of 6 and 6 rows of 7 all together in one piece, and then you should still have a little bit of thread coming off from the top there. So what you're going to do that now is create your stalks. So you want 10 pieces, 10 beads on each one. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Well, it depends actually. If you want one hanging higher than the other, then you can vary that if you want to, but we're going to put 10 on each. So that gives me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oops, 9, that one popped straight back off, 9, and then one last one, 10. Okay, pop them down. And I'm going to slide those all the way down to the bottom. And then I'm going to put the other 10 on to create the stalk for the second one. And I'm going to go all the way back down, just like that, with another 10 beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a couple more. Just slide them down so I don't lose them. And then 2 more, 9 and 10. So now we've got 20 beads in total, but rather than having one great big long stalk like that, we're going to come up and bend it back down. So I'm now going to go down the center of my first or my second cherry all the way down. So this should be quite tight now because obviously you've threaded loads and loads of beads onto this, so the center of this should be quite tight. So you can see those two kind of starting to take shape there. If you just loop through at least one bead, or you can go through the whole kind of side again if you've still got one side that's kind of loose enough that you can negotiate your needle through it. Get right back up to the top, and just get through there, and then we're going to come halfway up this chain of 20 that we have here, because we want to kind of get to the middle to be able to then start to add the leaf. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then that creates our little pair of cherries there. So if I hold them up and just pop them against my hand there you go. That's created our little pair of cherries. And then from here, we just need to create the leaf. Then that's your pair of cherries sorted, and that's what you'll make. You'll make this 3 times over. You'll make it once for the brooch, and then you'll make it 2 more times to create your earrings. So let's get the leaf on. So for the leaf, we are going to do a very similar kind of thing to what we did there. We are going to take about 15 or 16 beads for this one, because we're going to fold them in half and create a little leaf. 3, 4, 5. It's really helpful actually if you've got a little beading mat or something like a microfiber cloth to stop these all from kind of rolling away, and then you should be able to pick them up really, really easily. And then that's another 5, and then one more 5. What I would suggest is you don't pick little trays that have got really, really, really wobbly bottoms. It looks lovely, but no, get yourself a microfiber cloth or a beading mat, and that will really, really help you to pick up your beads. So that's a 15 there. We're going to pull them right to the bottom, and you can see it just looks like another little kind of stalk on the top of it. It's almost like a little puppet with little legs. But what we're going to do here is loop that back round to the point where those two join. And the same way as we did with the beads that went round that ball, I'm going to work my way back through all of these to create that leaf shape. And if you just slide it down as you go, you can see it'll start joining back up. Probably need to get 1, maybe 2 more through there. And that will create your leaf shape on the top there. Now you may want to just play with that and just slide it down and tighten it up that little bit more, because mine had a little bit of thread showing there. Obviously remember, you've got your clear nylon thread, so if that does happen, it's not going to be a problem, you're not going to see it. And then I just want to create one more little row of beads to go in that gap there to fill that leaf in, and that row is going to be 4 beads. So whoops, there we go, got 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then I'm going to take those back through and then come back up this row of beads here to hide my thread. Oops, that's just looped around my cherries there. So what I need to do is just slacken that off a little bit and make sure I pull them through just like that before I tighten that up, because otherwise it'll get stuck around my bead. And then that's created my little leaf on the end there. If you pull this one too tight, you'll find, if I just give that another pull, can you see how it kind of scrunches up? So you actually want to loosen off the tension on this one a little bit. I'll go right the way back up to the top and then down that center spike again, because I want to leave my needle back in that center spike, because that's the point where those 2 cherries join, is where I actually want to join it to whatever my choice of backing is going to be. So whether that be the brooch back or whether that is the earrings, you want to leave your needle and thread at that center point there. That leaf could do with a little bit more shaping, but we just kind of move that and manipulate it so it's in a little slightly better shape. And then that's the point where we're going to join it onto our different backings. So I'm going to do another little video for that and just show you the 2 different options that you've got to join it onto the back of.